Let me take you back to about 3 years ago when I was working in a high-pressure but promising role at a mid-sized marketing agency. I was on the creative strategy team with my then best friend, Carter. We had known each other since college, roommates, coworkers, bros. I thought he was loyal. I was wrong. We were both up for a career-defining promotion, creative director. Big raise, leadership title, visibility. Only one slot. Let me say this. I wasn't just confident I was going to get it. I was overqualified. I'd led our highest-grossing campaigns, brought in 2 Fortune 500 clients, and trained half the junior team. Carter was good, but not creative director good. Then everything went sideways. The sabotage? First sign? A major project I submitted, a pitch for a massive healthcare client, disappeared. I'd worked 2 weeks on it. My boss claimed I never turned it in. IT couldn't find it in my drive. I was confused, then panicked, then humiliated. Second, I was mysteriously left off 3 meetings that I was supposed to be in. One's Carter got invited to instead. He started getting copied on emails I wasn't. Finally, one day, a recruiter I'd been chatting with just in case ghosted me. I followed up, and she said they'd heard concerning things about how I handle deadlines. What the hell? So I started looking through everything. I pulled every email, Slack message, and file I had access to. Then I noticed something. The deleted pitch? There was a copy in the shared marketing folder, but someone had renamed the file, stripped the metadata, and added Carter's name. He literally took my work and submitted it under his own name. I dug deeper, found out Carter had accessed my private folders after I'd left my laptop unlocked. Stupid mistake, I know. He'd been forwarding select emails from me to his personal account using rules so they wouldn't show in sync. This had been going on for months. He was sabotaging my projects and stealing credit, all to win the promotion, the rage, and the patience. I wanted to blow up immediately, call him out, print the receipts, burn it all down. But then I realized I had the upper hand. I knew everything he'd done. He didn't know I knew. So I got patient. The setup. I started documenting everything. I created backups of every stolen file with date stamps, exported Slack logs, took screenshots, compiled timestamps of when I created content versus when he submitted it. But I didn't stop there. I created a fake project, a sandbox campaign that looked like a high-stakes assignment. I made it intentionally sloppy in the first version, then cleaned it up in a second version with fake revision dates. I stored both versions in my private folder. Like clockwork, he stole the first one and turned it in, a full 3 weeks before the actual deadline. So now I had proof he was actively snooping and plagiarizing. Then came the best part. I waited for the promotion announcement. The perfect moment. Carter got it. He walked in with that smug, "a shucks" attitude, pretending he didn't expect it. Our boss said it was close, but Carter had shown initiative and consistency. "Sure," I said. "Congratulations." Then, I waited 3 weeks, just long enough for him to get comfortable. And then I dropped the bomb. The fallout. I sent an email, not to just HR or my boss, but to the entire senior leadership team, CCing legal, IT, and our parent company's ethics officer. Subject line: documentation of intellectual property theft and workplace misconduct, Carter, redacted. Inside, a full PDF report of every instance of plagiarism, timestamps and metadata from original documents, screen recordings of file access, screenshots from Slack and email headers, a breakdown of how he accessed my files, when, and how often, the fake project he stole, and a closing note. This behavior violates multiple provisions of our employee code of conduct, NDA agreements, and creative ownership policies. It also raises serious ethical concerns about the integrity of leadership decisions based on misrepresented achievements. I am requesting an independent investigation. All supporting documentation is attached. Within an hour, I was called into a meeting with HR and legal. They asked if I'd be willing to give a formal statement. I did. 3 days later, Carter was suspended pending investigation. 1 week later, he was terminated for cause. Turns out he'd done similar things before, but never this blatant or documented. The HR rep told me privately that I'd saved them a lawsuit waiting to happen. Because our company was part of a larger marketing network, word spread fast. Carter was blacklisted. A recruiter friend told me his name was flagged internally at multiple agencies for IP theft. He went from rising star to don't touch with a 10-foot pole overnight. Last I heard, he was doing freelance gigs for small local businesses, bragging on LinkedIn about learning from failure. Sure, but me? I got a job offer from a bigger firm after someone on their exec team read my documentation and said, "We want people with your integrity." I took the job. I make 30% more now. Carter tried to ruin my reputation to get ahead. I let him walk into his dream job. Then I took it all away with receipts.